Hello, my name is Anne Marie Van Room, and this is my first journal entry for English language learners and misconceptions. In order to effectively teach English language learners, we need to come, we need to first understand and redirect the common misconception associated with misconception number two, which is one size fits all. Why do you think teachers believe this? How do you identify with a specific misconception? And how might you help others reverse this way of thinking? Why do you think teachers believe this? Not all students learn the same way if they're all in the same type of classroom. What I mean by that, there are different types of classrooms in schools. There's general education, there's RSP, and special education. Just because students are placed in a general education classroom, teachers may expect or assume that the child's able to learn like their general education peers. Even in an SDC classroom, which I teach, teachers may assume that students know some basic English to understand the classroom routine. Teachers do not know where students could come from, what kind of conditions they were in, or experiences that they had. I believe that there's a lack of empathy, awareness, education regarding teaching students who are English language learners. How do you identify with a specific misconception? I'm a special education teacher and I teach different abilities. In my classroom, students have different needs and they have different ways of learning. This will be my fourth year teaching kinder and first SDC in California, and I love it. Students have IEPs, behavioral intervention plans, students diagnosed with autism, and majority of my classroom they are English language learners. I have firsthand experiences with students who and the way they learn, and I know that not all one size fits all for students. It's dangerous to assume that students can learn all the same way. I have seen kindergarten students who come into my classroom not knowing a word of English. These students could be afraid, they're soft-spoken, they are wonderful, and they are smart too. Taking time to use pictures, translation apps, and having patience goes a long way. Going the extra step makes the child feel a little less intimidated and more comfortable. I keep in mind that these students may have had different starts compared to other students who are born in America. Some may have come from war-torn or gang-torn countries, experienced famine, or other events that could have changed their fragile first 5 to 6 years of life. Keeping this in mind, I try my best to make my classroom feel like home for all students to feel safe and to learn. How might you help others reverse this way of thinking and teaching strategies implement and to make sure this conception is addressed? While taking this class, I want to gain most information on how to teach not only students, but teach other teachers ways of teaching English language learners. Um, Students need to feel safe while they are being taught, and them feeling safe is just as important as teaching them how to count and how to read. According to the CLAD handbook, the state of California has 10% more English language learners compared to other states. Majority are Spanish, Chinese, and Vietnamese speakers, which I have had all in my classroom. And everyone else speaks can speak different languages too. I tried my best to make sure I address these languages in my newsletters, and I use a translation app, and I use Class Dojo, which also helps communicate to parents in different languages. I want to show others that communicating with the parents with these different types of avenues um, is necessary and that will help the parents feel more at ease, but it will also help the child feel comfortable too. When a child feels comfortable and safe in school, then learning can truly take place. To help others reverse this way of thinking, I am going to share my findings from these courses and make other teachers I work with aware of the different ways that we can help students who are English language learners. Also, making them aware of the different type of factors that these students have come from and experienced too. Visual demonstration of this misconception and how to address it in my classroom. So I have a little girl here, and this could be her first day of school, which I've had, and her first couple of months in school too, or in the United States. It says, Hola, are there gangs here? Am I safe here? Back home, there was so much violence, and I speak little English. And as a teacher, we need to make all students feel welcomed. And it says here, hello class, I have put up visuals and words to describe objects in the routine for the classroom. If your parents need different letters in different languages, please let me know. Don't forget, all are welcomed here. On the first day of school, I read a book called All Are Welcome, and it's about students who are come from different countries, have different languages and different abilities. And also, I also put up posters in my classroom that shows different flags from different countries because in America we are a melting pot. Putting these posters and telling students how, as a teacher, I will communicate with their parents helps address and also sets the example. The issues that not all students are one size fits all. All students who are English learners come from different backgrounds, which means they have different experiences and they have different learning abilities. Making them feel safe, welcomed, and wanted in the classroom is the first step in the right direction. In today's classroom, educators need to learn that there is never a one-size-fits-all approach to learning for students um, in general ed and special education. There needs to be empathy, awareness, cultural sensitivity to all students, but more importantly, to English language learners. Not all students are able to learn the same way, but students who have different abilities need everything we can offer them, but also the understanding that classrooms need to be a welcoming environment for all learners. Implementing what I've learned in this classroom and more I want to share with others to help our most vulnerable students. Thank you.